So we're coming up on the time, but we're gonna hit you with just a couple of quick hitters. So one is that I was gonna ask you to kind of confirm because we did hear that you had some Cuban roots, but you affirmed that through your grandfather. But could you tell us how you got your nickname, who gave it to you, and when did they still start calling you El Mongoose?
So my boy Sammy Torres gave me that name. I was in a primarily Hispanic gym in
Okay.
Rochester, New York, and my coach was Mexican at the time,
Okay.
and they were calling me because of my hand speed and my reflexes. They were calling me El Gato, the cat.
Oh, the cat. Yeah.
And there was Frankie Figueroa from New York. This is when I was an amateur, and
Hmm.
and there was another fighter, Frankie Figueroa from the Bronx, who came down to train with us, and he was already pro. His name was already El Gato. So I was like, man, I can't take that name. That's already
Yeah.
taken. My boy Sammy Torres, he was like, yo, you fight more like a mongoose, and I didn't even know what a mongoose was. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell is a mongoose? And he showed me a video of a mongoose versus
A
a
snake?
snake.
Yeah.
I said, I said right there, that's me.
Yeah.
I said, say no more. That's me because a mongoose is very very it doesn't look like it will hurt anything, and they hunt one of the most deadly animals on this, so they look for that big competition, and a mongoose a little known fact about a mongoose is a black mambas or any other snake, but a black mamba who's known as the most has the most deadly venom.
Yeah.
Um, R.I.P. Kobe. This is nothing to Kobe Bryant. That's something totally different. But when a mamba bites, if a mamba actually gets off on a mongoose and bites him, a mongoose has mutated cells to where it will just go and sleep the venom off and then come back.
Oh,
And
Man.
I truly believe that's me. Like every time something is happening in boxing, I'll get my stuff together, and the next thing you know, I'm on a winning streak. You feel what I'm saying? And that's true to the nature of a mongoose. You know what I mean? You may get me down, but never out.
oh, that's beautiful. I appreciate that. Appreciate that insight, brother.
Oh.
Hey, I have a quick question. So, based off with the conversation you just had with Boston Jared, and just a little background of the three, like Cameron, Jared, and Dave, they can go back to like the 1970s and break down film, break down boxing stances and everything. Myself, I love the politics of boxing. I love outside of the ring and all the shenanigans, and I'll sit there and fuss with you all day about it. Um, I listened to you talk, and in the beginning, you said both you and your wife have like a financial background in finance, and then you have the boxing knowledge, the ins and out of boxing, and then I just listened to you like eloquently break down the Crawford Spence negotiation. I'm saying all this. You come in, no matter if you have two, three, four more fights in your career, you come into the twilight of your boxing career. What's the next step? It looks like you're set up for the Monroe household to be a powerhouse in boxing as either a manager or your own promotion. Have you and your wife given that any thought?
Well, the boxing game is not a game that I would put my immediate family in. Just because my family is in boxing, from my uncle to my dad, a few cousins, and then myself. And I just know that the politics of boxing can come in between family members. But what I am willing to do is any fighters that are willing to listen to me, I will definitely help them with their finances and help advise them on what to do with their money when they get it. That way, if things don't pan out for them, they have a nest egg and they have some intelligence. Um, I did a little spat with someone, and they were like, you only have 6 knockouts. Is that a reflection of your power? And I said, I don't think it's a reflection of my power, because I don't think I would have. None of these guys are just walking through my punches. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, that's a reflection of protecting my brain.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
to school and get these licenses to get in the ring and then get them beat out. So if I don't have any more knockouts in my career, I'm not mad at that, and I would hope to be able to express this to other fighters, because there are so many fighters who will listen to the crowd. They'll listen to the banter outside, and they'll go in there and they'll sacrifice themselves under that level. And people will scream and holler and hoop and holler. But then when their career is over and they don't have any money, or they can't talk properly, or something has happened to them physically, those same fans that were hooping and hollering and yelling are the same fans that say, "Oh, yo, look at this dude. He can't even talk now." You get what I'm saying? So what I would hope to mirror image and show other fighters is protect your brain, protect your finances, and protect your family. That would be that's the motto that me and my wife has when we talk, that we have when we talk to not just fighters but different people. Protect your family first off, because it's not just boxing, it's jobs and other careers. You could be making money one day and then not making money the next. And if you haven't put money in secure places, and if you have, done things like set up a Roth and a Roth IRA account, if you haven't put away small investments, and the investments start small, you don't even have to be putting away, $500-600 a month. It could be $25 a month just to build that rapport, build that portfolio, and you build that discipline. Then when you make more, you take it up to $50 a month. Then when you make more, you take it up to $150 a month. But you want to build that discipline first with something small, then brick by brick, you know. So that would be the knowledge that I would think me and my wife would give fighters. But to put my family back in the boxing game, like in it, I wouldn't want to do that. That tears families apart. It's just like the music industry. How many times have we seen, the music industry and the boxing industry? You got brothers and sisters and cousins and family members who just don't talk to each other no more because of the business. And I wouldn't want that, because we have 4 beautiful kids. And what I would rather do is just advise to do with their finances, and to take the right fights and to have some type of exit strategy. I think every fighter, when they first turn pro, the first day you step on the field as a professional should be the day that you start planning your retirement.
Well said.
Outstanding.
Yeah, outstanding.
Speaking of that, Will, do we still have some more time with you, or do you have to roll out?
I got some more time.
So you talked about the kind of the adverse effect that the business of boxing can have on personal relationships, specifically family. We heard this week that Tank Davis, I guess, confirmed his split from Mayweather Promotions. What is your take on that? Given what you know, I don't know if you've got any kind of insight that has been reported, or if you're just going off of what you know from mainstream media. What is your take on that? That whole the relationship between Tank Davis and Mayweather. It's been tumultuous at times. He's finally, I guess, split. What's your take on that?
I personally think it's limelight and egos. Tank is getting that. Tank is getting that limelight, and he's becoming somewhat of a pay-per-view star now. He's knocking guys out left and right, and he has a big fan base, so it could be, the egos. We don't know what's going on inside someone else's mind. And when you've been, as big as Floyd Mayweather has been, as long as he's been that big, it could be a little bit of an ego battle when you see someone else younger come up. And Floyd had to deal with that when he came up with other fighters before him. But because he had to deal with that, I would hope that he would say, I'm not going to put my fighter in that position, because I know what it was like when I was coming up and the older guys hated on me. I'm not saying that he's hating on them, but it looks to be like when you hear the tweets going back and forth and things that are being said between, Leonard Elderby and Tank, and, Floyd chimes in sometimes, and you see the relationship, like even when they're on camera together, and obviously with Floyd being his promoter, you can tell that they, that there's been some type of obvious personal split there. So I really don't know anything as far as like what goes on in their gym or what goes on in their relationship, but it does seem to be a bit of an ego and an ego and limelight and notoriety thing. And I just think Floyd has done. I mean, Floyd has done what a lot of fighters haven't done. He's made the most money. He's done it and been undefeated. He's been a phenomenal businessman. I think he should just go ahead and let the kid do it. And everybody grows. People grow and they change. And Tank may want to go ahead and be his own man right now. The same way when there was a time when Floyd Mayweather was up under Bob Arum. And he had Jay Prince as a manager. And once he got from under them and got with Al Heyman, he became his own man. Tank may be in that era right now. He's like, yo, I want to be my own man. You can't hold him back. You know what I mean? You knew what it was like when you wanted to make more money and you wanted to be your own man. So you should, what's the word? I'm looking for the word. You should
Respect that. Yeah, respect his decision.
and like have an understanding. Like, I know what this was like when I was 24, 25 and things weren't happening. I had to get to that level. He should empathize with that is what I was looking for. Like, I young gun, I've done what I've had to do. We've made our money. If you want to go ahead and do what you got to do, I'm not going to hold you, because guess what? They tried to hold Floyd and he got out of it. He knows what that feels like. So I don't know that that's the case, but I'm saying if it is, let that young man do what he do.
Does this help or hurt Tank? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, hey, well, so yeah, man. Look, man, I appreciate Tank and all them jokers, man. But really, man, I want to let you know, man, I'm on my knees, man, as you go to this stuff outside the boxing, but really even hearing you say, what you want to do in boxing. So I guess I heard you mention how, man, if somebody knew Al Heyman that could get that thing going with Charlo, then you would jump dead on it. Man, I really would like to know what would be, if you could name 3 people, man, that as you finish out your career, you know what I'm saying, or as you stay in this game, you was crystal clear with like, hey, look, man, retirement is not, in my vocabulary. So if you had 3 people, man, that you would really want to, possibly link up with, man, what would that be? Because that's what I'm going to be on my knees about to see it happen, man. Because I love to see you being slick in the ring, bro.
Definitely. Oh, you talking about fighting?
Yeah. Who do you want, man?
Or definitely Charlo.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Charlo. This after Charlo, it would have to be after Charlo. I would want to beat Charlo, and I would want Demetrius to beat somebody, and then I would fight Demetrius, but not on a personal "I want to fight you" thing. Me and Demetrius are really good friends, and we were signed to the same promoter, and they tried to get us to fight one time for like some ridiculous low amount of money. Like,
you talking about Banner Promotion, those guys, Artie Palulo and them dudes. Oh my God. Yeah, don't even go ahead. Sorry. I don't even want to go ahead.
I'm sorry. But me and Boo Boo both said, we were both in camp together. We were helping each other. And we was like, yo, if the money's right, I'll see you in 8 weeks. But we also had history because we were in the amateurs together, and I fought his big brother. Right. And I never fought Boo Boo, but I beat his big brother. So you bring in the history of that into it. It could be you could bring that story into, and it could be something big for both of us. But it would be more or less like the only way I would get in the ring with Boo Boo is if we both had belts and we were both at the position to where it was like, all right, like a tournament, like this tournament. Now we have, you bring that history in, and I just think it's a super skilled fight between 2 southpaws who are very slick. Very intelligent in the ring. I think it'd be like the Hurricane Carter and Georgie Benton fight. Yeah, 2 very high skilled fighters fighting each other. But the only reason why I would do that would be because no one would. I couldn't seem to get a fight, and Boo Boo couldn't seem to get a fight. So if a tournament was ran, I would entertain that on the fact of, all right, bro, let's go make some money real quick. And we got some history from the amateurs that can like really backdoor that and make it a great storyline. But at heart, do I say, yo, I want to fight Boo Boo? That's who I want to fight. Nah, because he's almost like a brother to me. Like, I know his dad, he knows my family, we're cool with each other. But it's almost like when Roy Jones said, when I come up to heavyweight, I'll fight Vander Holyfield. Like, they were really good friends, but I would fight Vander Holyfield for boxing. I would do it for boxing, not necessarily because this is a man I want to get my hands on, but I would script for boxing. So, and the Ukraine, not Ukrainian, the
Kazakh guy. Yeah, Kazakhstan. Yeah.
So it would be Charlo, Kazakh, and then when I get past them 2, then me and Boo Boo, just because I think both of us can go ahead and make some money.
Hey man, okay, well man, but look, that's on my knees, and you said there's several boxing precedents for stuff like that. Even Simon Brown and Maurice Blocker did that thing too, brother. Right? So yeah, so absolutely understood, man.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yeah, I think those are some great matches. For me, I I would, because I think that you got a raw deal. I would love to see you get a rematch with Billy Joe Saunders on a neutral site.
Yeah.
And not fighting in his hometown, because we know how those decisions going.
Yeah.
When y'all are both another, two skilled southpaws
Yep.
in there, and I think that you'd be able to get that W.
Billy Joe's about 250 pounds now, man. I don't know if he's gonna take that.
I want you to.
that means he's right for the taking.
I would love to see you dust off Munguia.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
that's easy work.
Yeah.
You ain't getting nowhere near Munguia.
That's easy
man.
work.
Yeah.
They went.
That would be my.
Because
I'll fight him before I fight Charlo.
Yeah, that's easy work.
Yeah. Yo, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yo, yeah.
Well, he was Demetrius's mandatory for like 3 years, man. What do you make of that? Like, did they just not believe in this guy? I know Eric Morales is his trainer, and Eric Morales is probably a very no-nonsense guy. You're talking about one of the all-time great Mexican fighters. Is he just looking at Munguia in the gym and going to Oscar and being like, Oscar, if we put him in there with any of these guys, he is gonna get beat? What do you make of this Munguia situation? Almost 50 fights and not a single name to speak of.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening, and they're moving them slow. They're doing them the same way they did Canelo. Canelo turned pro at what, 15?
Yeah.
You can go and look at Canelo's boxing record where he fought the same guy like 3 different times. Just go.
But with Canelo, Will, we at least got guys like, we at least got an old Shane Mosley,
right?
We got like who else did we get? We got some
Cody's big brother, first, like that was his first introduction. He almost got slept though by that level.
But at least we got a name with Canelo early on. With Munguia, they won't put him in there. We got Gabe Rosado, who's got, God bless him, God bless Gabe. I respect Gabe as a fighter, but he's a guy that's with double-digit losses in boxing. Like, why won't they? You think they finally put him in there with Triple G? Now that Triple G is 40 years old, you think
he's called Triple G out, and I think that's the only reason why they're calling Triple G out, because they saw what happened with Canelo, and Triple G is 40 years old. And Triple G has been in some weathering fights. Not to mention that long amateur career. So Triple G is like, I don't want to say he's damaged goods, because with that power and being who he is, he could still slip a win in here and there. But I think that's the only reason why they're calling Triple G out, is because they feel like he's he's damaged goods, and they feel like they can beat him. But as far as like another skilled, a younger fighter with, they're definitely not looking at a Boo Boo or a Charlo or, not even me. I don't even think they'll fight, because they want to. I think, like you said, they're probably looking at him in the gym and just like, yo, he get in there with a guy that got some skill, he's going to get figured out
and exposed. All right.
do we gotta go, or we got still?
Yeah, I think he's been kind of kind with our time.
Okay, I appreciate it. I can talk to you.
Woody Monroe, do you want to drop any of your like Instagram handles or Facebook or anything else you want to kind of promote before we let you go?
Oh yeah, everything is just at Willie L. Mongoose Monroe Jr. I mean, my Twitter is just Willie Monroe Jr., but Willie Monroe Jr. everywhere.
All right, we appreciate it. A true veteran in the game, has fought some of the top fighters out there, has done his thing, and we're not going to get the news flash that we thought. We not getting the official announcement. This guy is ready and willing to fight.
That's the announcement we wanted. That's good.
Out Munguia. This is great, and as you can see, he's in great shape, and so we look forward to seeing your next fight.
Thanks a lot, bro. I look forward to.
Bless you, brother.
Bless you. Thank you guys for having me.
God bless.
No doubt.
On too well, man. Thank you.
For sure.
Peace out, bro.
Peace.
Remember to like and subscribe. Make sure that you comment too. We appreciate the love and we appreciate the hate on there. It's all good for conversation. And we will try to get, to respond to most of y'all, but
I will. I definitely will.
Yeah. Boston Jared definitely will. So this is my man. This is Professor Nim signing out for the Casual Ran.
Peace.
Coach Dave and Boston Jared.
Peace. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey.